Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you're well. We are back in Butterfly Valley again, and we're going to be doing a new habitat today. Last episode we finished off the food court area over here. I was really pleased with how this turned out actually. I don't know what you guys think of it yet, because none of the episodes of which I built this in have actually gone out yet. I'm managing to record a bit ahead of time, which is pretty nice actually. But yeah, I think it turned out alright. I've done a little bit of work just between episodes over here, just because I didn't think you guys wanted to watch me just do a boring toilet building. So this, if you remember, was between our crocodiles and our entrance bit here. I had a toilet facility and a staff room. So I've just done a basic building around that, matching it into the style of this. I actually extended it sideways, so it connected to this building, so it looks like they're kind of interconnected. And just filled in the little areas around here as well. This triangle here, I was going to put a tree in it, but I decided I didn't want to hide the view of the toilets there. You want people knowing where the toilets are from a decent distance away, so I thought over here it makes sense to be able to see the sign, so I didn't want to put anything in there. So that's why I went with that, and then just some simple foliage around the edge here. So that's that done. So today I can move on to our new habitat, which is going to be this adorable little animal right here. Look at this, the little penguin. Ah, I hear you all say, ah. I mean, they're so cute, aren't they? I haven't done these before, so I really fancy doing a little penguin habitat. So what I want to do here, I want to try something interesting. Actually, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but I've got a thought. So you get these animal talk seats. I don't know quite how they work. Yeah, they attach onto pathways. Right. See, I'd quite like to do something with these. I wonder if these are going to attach onto a raised path. Let's try something. So let's say out here, let's do a little raised platform here. Actually, let's get angle snap on. So if I do that, can I then attach these? Oh, interesting. So they, hang on, if I position snap, how does that work in any way? No. Okay, I don't really know how these work. Hang on, I just wonder if I can just, can I copy that sideways? No, I can't. Okay. So I have to just copy and try and line it up myself, which is never easy. Just try and make it look as good as I can. I guess I can always fill in the gaps. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, I'm wondering if, let's just imagine you're sitting here. Right. Do you know what? I'm not sure I need this to be raised actually. The idea was I wanted to raise platform so you're looking down into water. But if I don't do it as a raised water thing anyway, although I could try and do a raised thing, couldn't I? I'm not very good at doing these, I'll be honest. But if I do glass, you see, I'm never too sure how to do this part of it. I guess let's think about, I want to, yeah, hang on, sorry, I'm sort of dawdling because I'm really not sure how I want to try and do this, but I guess I want to do it something like that, and then I guess if I bring that down to 10, back up to 20, I'll make an oblong like this. don't know if that's going to hold water, and I don't know if it's going to be deep enough. Okay, so it's not going to let me do the next level up. Let's, oops, hang on. No, undo that. Sorry, I wanted to do the whole barrier. If I lift it right up, then let's see where I can put water in. Yeah, so that's what I wanted. There we go. Now let's see if I can get the barrier down. Actually, I probably want to leave it. I want to leave it a little bit above the water, because you know it's got to look realistic, hasn't it? Like that. And then I probably want just this side of it to be. Actually, this side probably needs to be solid, doesn't it? Really, it needs to be, I guess, concrete. And then I can raise that up a bit, because you don't want people being able to kind of walk through it. But then I could always put a window in. No, that doesn't quite work, does it? Okay, let's not do the window. No, I'll tell you what I need. Maybe I do just want this to be glass. Concrete posts makes sense. Yeah, and then I can trim the kind of trim the edges with something more solid looking. Right, so we have some glass, we have some viewing area, and we have a bit of platform. Now I'm going to need some land, because obviously the penguins are going to be, they need to get in there, don't they? So I guess what I want, because I want a pathway down here somewhere as well, realistically. Yeah, I want people to be able to walk down the bottom next to the glass here to view right up close, like that. And then maybe I could just blend that in like that. This area is probably going to have to be their living space, so I don't really want people doing the same there. But then maybe I can do the same here. Something like that. Okay, I'll sort out the curb situation in a minute. And obviously at some point I need this to step down. Yeah, something like that. Let's just do the steps on the other side as well. And then blend that in there. That one works fine like that, but this side needs a little something else. Let's get that curve back on. So let's just bring that up there, and then I can we'll take that kind of up around the back there somewhere, and then hopefully, yeah, I can just do that like that. Hopefully people will come into here to look at the animals. But yeah, I'm going to have to do something here. This is the bit that I always struggle with, because I guess what I need is I need to build the land up here. Yeah, see, this is the issue you've got. You can't build the land very close. But also, this is a barrier already. So how do I add to that barrier and make it an enclosure? See, this is what I don't understand, because like I need this to be a barrier. Or do I? Is that what I have to do? I have to extend the barrier out here to incorporate the land. This bit here I need to remove and just put in a wall. Does that work instead of it being a barrier? It's very tricky. There's a lot in this game that I really don't quite get. But I think if I delete that, and then if I just build a wall, say a concrete wall in here, something like that. Wow, that actually lined up perfectly pretty much straight away. That's crazy. So if that comes down to the level of the glass, wow, I can't believe that basically lined up pretty much spot on anyway, not quite, but pretty close. It's always very fiddly to get these things just perfect. Right, okay, let's try that. Because then I can extend the barrier, can't I? But this is the big test. Can I put water back in? No, of course I can't. That'd be too easy, wouldn't it? See, now it doesn't let me do water because of that. I don't think that counts as solid, which is what I don't understand. Okay, so that doesn't work. So do I have to do it as solid terrain? Is that how you do it? It's weird because I did think that you could have I thought you could have items like what am I trying to say? Items like concrete walls, for example, I thought could hold water, but they can't apparently. Now, see, this is the other problem that I've got now. You can't put land up against a barrier. It's not going to work, is it? I don't get it. I don't know. If any of you know how you do this, please tell me, because it's just not going to work like this, which is so annoying. I really wanted to do a raised water thing, but you can do it sunk into the ground instead. So I'm just going to have to start again. I'm really annoyed because I know there must be a way of doing it. And I like to think that I'm quite good at this game, but it does not make it easy. And I just find it so frustrating because it should not be that complicated to do that. And I just don't know why it is. I don't know if it's just me being stupid or what, but I can do roughly this. But basically you just have to do it into the ground instead. So that's what I'll do. That's fine. Right. I mean, you live and learn, don't you? So, say 6 meters deep. Say that's square. So if I do this. Okay, so we create our lovely bit of water. That's going to be our water. I'd still like to get an underground viewing thing in here. But again, how do I do that? I'm not sure I can. I'm sure I've done it before where you manage to get an underground viewing thing, but the problem is I want the barrier, I need the viewing thing to be the opposite side of where I have a talk area, a seating area. So yeah, that's not going to work, is it? Fine, let's not do that. Let's go with, I definitely want to get the pathway in here. So let's get the pathway in. Something like that. Okay. Right, so that's your pathway. And this is where I'm then going to put the seats. Okay, why is that not? You telling me the ground isn't flat? No, it's not flat, is it? Oh my word, this is testing my patience today, isn't it? This entire episode could just be me making mistakes. Sometimes you just have to laugh or cry, maybe. Oh wow, that's not gone right, has it? Okay. I don't quite know what's going on there. Is that? I mean, if that's flat, that's great. I can work with that. I'd like to smooth this edge off because I don't want an overhang there. Okay, well, I think that's flat now at least. Okay, so that bit's not, but I can work on that. Let's just see if I can get these seats put on. Okay, good. So let's get one in the middle. It's really a very simple idea that I'm trying to do here. I'll tell you what I can do actually. Let's get rid of the curbs, because then I can just blend it all together, make it look a lot better. Terrain here, that needs a bit of a smooth. No, that's not quite going to work. That's still too. What's that done? Oh no! Oh dear! It's all gone wrong. Oh dear! You got to laugh. It's just. It's embarrassingly embarrassing. That's what it is. Right. Let's do that. There we go. Boom. We've got that bit sorted. Good. Right. Let's shrink this back down again. And let's just do that. That looks absolutely shocking. I mean, it is part of the fun of playing the game, of course it is, but sometimes it can be one of the annoyances of playing the game as well. See, now it's not going to let me actually play around with that bit of land because it's too close to the pathway there. Okay, how's that looking? Let's get rid of that curb. Let's have a gentle slope. That's better, isn't it? I will add the curb back on there. Probably to there as well, actually. And this side, let's go there. Right, I feel like we're getting somewhere now. Look what I've done this episode. Look, I've put a hole in the ground and a little bit of pathway. Oh dear, it's funny. If it wasn't so bad, it'd be funny anyway. Right, so this needs to be covered up. So let's do some nice... Do I want concrete? Yeah, probably, but... Tell you what, actually, there is... Oh, where is it? I always forget what these are called. But there is something in here which is like a watery coloured background piece. Oh, I love that. So I'm just going to stick that there just to remember it, because that's a really cool piece. Ooh, these are interesting. Oh, I like that. That looks nice, doesn't it? What is that? An Arctic sculpture. Okay. Yeah, what am I trying to look for? It's like a panel. There's a nature one and there's a water one, and I can never remember what they're called. Unfortunately, I can't remember what pack they came in either, so you kind of just have to scroll through like this, and eventually, hopefully, they'll just spring out at me. You probably know exactly what they're called. I use them in most of my zoos, but I can never ever remember what they're called. So annoying. Here they are. Look, these things. Mural, that's the one. It's like a... Oh, it's not... Yeah, it's not quite water, is it? It's... I don't know what you'd call that. It's like a mountain scene, isn't it? But I kind of like it. Okay, let's just leave that there. Fine. So I think I do probably need to attach that to a wall. So let's create a backdrop at least. Let's bring the grid down, and obviously it doesn't matter if they disappear into the ground. And then like this. Okay, that's lovely. Now let's just duplicate that up and then push the whole thing down. Like so. I just want it so it's just poking above, because then I'll add another layer on the top. Right, let's try. Oh, hang on. Have I gone wonky there? I have gone wonky. Ah, such an idiot. Such an idiot. I told you, it's just going to be an entire episode of me making mistakes. There we go. Let's just, I'm going to go to there. So I'd quite like this bit here to be pretty much flat. Right, and then I need to put on a floor. I'm going to get as close to the ground as I can. I think that's fine, and then I can just push the ground away where I need it to be a bit more hidden. Right, let's try this. I think if I just come in here, yeah, I can just tidy this up a bit in here. Make sure there's no earth showing. Oh, I need to just need to do another layer there, that's fine. Right, now before I go any further, I'm just going to try and make sure that I can add water into this. Yeah, look at that. That's what I wanted. Great, we're getting somewhere. Okay, so let's angle snap this and align it to surface. Actually, do you know what? I probably should. Let's combine it to the item. Not sure what this is going to look like, but I think it's going to be better than basic concrete. Now I've got to see if there's a piece that I can just fill that end in with. I think there probably is. If I go back into here, it was a mural, wasn't it? So there is a thin piece, or one of these ones maybe. Problem is that if you, see if it overhangs, you end up with that. Now I wonder, actually, I can get away with that at that end a bit more, I reckon. Let's do that. Let's have it overhanging at that end. Right, then I'm gonna do a quick. Oh, it's double-sided. Didn't realise that. That's handy. I can just move that straight over to this side, like so, and then onto the edges as well. Oh, typical. I can't quite just get away with one there. I'm going to need to do this. So let's move that to there. And then I'll just add the thin strip one onto this side. Like so. I'm not too sure what it looks like underneath, because this isn't reaching the floor, so I'm going to have to duplicate it downwards, I think, as well. Yeah, I don't know what that's going to look like if I duplicate it down, but let's give it a go. Okay, let's see. It's not great, but it's, yeah, I don't know what else to do with it really. I mean, I could flip it upside down, but that's going to look a bit odd as well, so that's fine. Let's do that. I mean, you don't really see this from above ground anyway. It's really just for this top one that I want it to look good at, so that's fine. Right, so then into here I need to put, again, I need some nice flat concrete, I think. Okay, I need to change the grid size. Yeah, so I need, oh, that's a bit awkward on that corner there. I might just have to redo the pathway a little bit there. That's fine. So I feel like I don't really want to go over the edge. I also don't want the graphics glitching like that. But that's roughly what I need. in fact, I'll tell you what I need, because really this realistically the this is what you would have along the whole thing. So actually you're looking at really having it coming all the way back here. And then building some kind of enclosure on top of this, because they wouldn't be walking around on grass, they would have this. So if I can do that, and I can probably fill the gap in at the side here a little bit. With a few extra little bits, sort of like this. Because I'll hide most of this, because I'll build up some kind of a backdrop. There'll be a building, like a bed area, a shelter, you know, at the back here. So you're not really going to see a lot of this flooring anyway, but I do want it to roughly be where it needs to be. Okay, let's. Yeah, this is looking all right. I will just try and bend that pathway out a little bit. Actually, I'm just thinking if I can just move that one piece out, I think. Yeah, like that. And then if I can just line this last one up to blend these two together, that'll be perfect. That's close enough, because then I can obviously hide a lot of that as well. Got a bit of a glitch with the graphics here. I think we're going to have, yeah, a load down this end. I'm surprised that's not glitching more here. Ah, that's because that. Ah, so these ones I lined up. These ones I didn't. Okay, that's fine. So it's probably just this one. If I just split this from the group, and then I can just very slightly maneuver it. Okay, slightly less than that. Try and get it as close as I can without the graphics being too obvious. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh dear. Right. Well, we've made a bit of progress. I hope you can kind of see what I'm aiming for now. Really disappointed that I couldn't get the water above the ground, and that I can't really do an underwater viewing area either. They're very complicated to do, and it's something that I hope they sort out in a future version of the game. If they do a Planet Zoo 2 in 10 years time or whatever. Yeah, hopefully they'll sort that out, because it's very complicated trying to do water with glass and different barriers and stuff like that. All they need to be able to do is make it so you can select a wall, like a concrete wall or whatever, and say make it waterproof so that it holds water. That would be so easy, but no, never mind. They haven't done that, so there we go. So lots still to do on this habitat, as you can tell. Next episode we'll get our penguins in and make sure that they can actually use the whole thing. Obviously they need a bit of a ramp into the water, and I need to start working on the surrounding area over here and move this pathway out a bit, build up the back, lots of walls, just a bit of everything. I think it'll look really nice when it's done, but there's just a lot to do. But yeah, we're gonna have fun. So I do apologise that we've not got that much done in this episode, but that's what happens in this game. I'm sure you guys have done the same when you're starting a new project and it all goes wrong. I don't hide away from these things. That's just how I do my recording. I don't You know, I like to show you the good stuff and the bad stuff. It's all part of the process. It's all part of the fun. It's why we play the game. It's how we learn. And hopefully you guys might be able to give me some advice on better ways of doing clearly what I'm not very good at doing. But yeah, by the end of this, we will have a really nice penguin habitat, hopefully. So there we go. Anyway, I'll see you again soon. I'm hopefully going to have a good few number of videos coming out quite regularly now. So hopefully we'll crack on with this zoo, and eventually I'll move on to another zoo and some other games. I'm going to start playing some other games soon as well. So very excited about that. So yeah, keep your eyes on the channel for new content coming soon. But anyway, until the next episode, do take care, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.